Hey everybody, Robert here from Black Belt Gaming. I have switched my glasses so we won't be running into any orc chefs today. That's a Skyrim board game joke. Today I'm going to be jumping into Metal Gear Solid, the board game, for the first time. I have been reading up on the rules and not a lot of watching of anything, so I'm just trying to have my own experience here and see how it goes. I think I have things set up. We've got our guards on the table and this activation token showing us which guards will go first. The guard deck is constructed. I think we have 10 blue and we got the reds there. It's kind of a timer, I think. So it's possible to run out of blue cards and get into the red, and then there's evidently a card in there that just ends the game. So if you spend too long sneaking around, the game will come to an end. We don't have any weapons. We're attempting to sneak across this map, avoid the guards, and try to activate the elevator. So we need to open the elevator by activating here. That doesn't take an action to do. But evidently getting into the elevator does take an action to, I see the little symbol there, it does take an action to activate there. And I think a guard will come out of the elevator when it is called. So let's see if we can get across the map. I've heard this game can be pretty difficult. And I've also heard there can be quite a few rules questions, especially regarding things like line of sight and such. But let's try it, see how good it is. So we start in the player phase. We take our actions. We have about 4 tokens. I think some actions may take 2 of those tokens to pull off. So 4 tokens to spend, and if we do anything that makes noise, we have to make a roll at the end of our turn. So running, is there anything else that makes a noise? Dragging a body can evidently make some noise if we maybe knock somebody out and attempt to hide the body. So there's quite a few things we can do, and they're all listed here. This is our equipment, which we have none of right now. This is our defense, and this is our health. So I think Snake begins each mission maybe with nothing. But let's get moving. We're going to spend all 4 of our tokens on the sneak action. That's basically moving forward quietly 4 steps. And then we go to the guards. Taking the top card off the deck, this is a guard order card. It's a blue one. And it says, I remember looking this up. If you're within 2 spaces, I think. But I don't think that counts. I think if you're really close to a guard, then that can activate. So we're not close enough for that to do. There's no cameras on this level. There's no alert in progress. And he's going to look for anybody that's either killed or knocked out, or if there's any thing that has caught his attention. Otherwise, he's just going to patrol. So this is where we need to activate the guards in the following pattern. So starting up here and scanning across, this guard would actually be first. He's going to be making right turns if he needs to, if there's a question about which ways he's going to go. But he's going to go 1 and then turn the quickest way and go 2. So now, if you can see on his figure, there is an arrow here indicating his line of sight. It is not just limited to this this row. It's actually just in this direction. And as long as you have some of these like black walls and red indicators here, that's going to block line of sight. So if you've got anything like that kind of between you and that guard, he's not going to see you. This one is next. He's going to go 2 spaces, 1, 2, and then he is on a either something called new path. He's going to change directions, and I guess the closest thing for him to do is go here. So he is checking out this room to see if anybody is in there. Now, his line of sight is, again, towards us, just in this direction, but he's definitely got some black walls there and a wall here he cannot see. And this guy just marches down 2 spaces, and they're kind of slowly patrolling the area. And I think that ends the first round. All right, we're heading into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's possible to be right next to a guard without him seeing you. I do want to be careful about that, though, because I don't know where he's going to go. He might come down here and start checking things out this way. So let's go here. 1, 2, 3. We'll put 3 tokens on sneak, which does not make any noise. And we're staying hidden, so we're kind of up against the wall. I do have a 4th token, but I think I'm going to hold off and see what these guards do. So let's go to their next card. They're going to check and see if everybody is where they should be. So they're radioing each other. It says the guard count is 3. So there are 3 guards. That is right behind Snake here. Guard count 3. If there were less than 3, then a new guard would spawn right here. That's how I'm understanding the rules. No cameras. All the guards are present. No alerts. Nothing to see here. 3 movement and right turns if there is a question. So we start with this guy. Fortunately, he marched past us, so we don't have to stop on those. But if the guard finishes his movement and stops on one of those, then he'll change and choose a new path. So this guy's going to go in here, 1, 2, and then take the shortest route. He's going to turn this way and go 3. So he's just thoroughly checking the room. And then this guy goes 1, 2, shortest route 3. He landed on one of those and is going to choose a new path. So instead of going this way, he's going to head this way because it is the shortest. So that seems to be what's happening. I think we're in a pretty good state now. Refresh the boards by taking off our tokens. By the way, this is a tutorial mission, so may seem like not a whole lot is happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are right at the elevator door, and I think I'm gonna hold. I don't want to make noise. What happens if you do make noise is for each action you took that made noise, you have to roll one of these dice, and if this comes up, then you've made enough noise to attract the nearest guard. If you enter in with a guard's line of sight, that's even worse. You're going to have I've got the token around here somewhere. You're going to have an alert token on you, and all the guards will come running to that location as they, I guess, radio each other and let everybody know where you are. So we're going to remain quiet. This would mean that knocked out guards are starting to wake up, cameras flip, alert, they would move 5 spaces if there was an alert. Patrolling 3 and making a left turn when in question. So 1, 2, and we have a question here because we can go to the right or left. So he's going to choose to go to his left 3, and then he's going to change path, because that's another change path, and the shortest way is to go this way. So he's checking things out there. I guess we go to this guy, 1, 2, shortest path 3, and then he'll turn around. Let's see, this guy ran into a wall, so he should be facing this way, shouldn't he? 1, turn 2, and then he can go to the right or the left. It looks like, according to the guard card, he goes left 3. So he's just marching around in circles in there, if I'm understanding the rules correctly. Left turn. Yeah. So he's really checking that place out. All right, refresh. All right, let's sneak again with 1 token. We'll get on the A, and that is an automatic, I guess you automatically resolve that token. So we call the elevator, and the elevator comes up, and we put that there. So we got a little ding, and there is a guard in there. So he's going to be coming out. Does he spawn here or here? There's a little marker there. I wonder if that's where he spawns. So, all right. The elevator comes up. We still have some actions left. What we just hope is that the guard will march straight out of that elevator and not turn to his left. We could dash into the elevator and try to knock him out if we wanted to attempt something like that, but that would potentially make noise. I wonder, let me think about it. Let's do some things we haven't done yet. We're going to spend a token to dash. We'll move 2 spaces. We're charging this guard. We're face to face right on him. We're going to spend 2 tokens to do a hand-to-hand attack on him. It's a combo attack is what it's called. With a combo attack, we roll 2 white dice and a black die. So we're kind of piling up the attacks on this guy. And we need to have, I think we need to do 2 damage to him, if that's correct. Or maybe just the attack knocks him out. Let me check this. Oh, there's a different token for that. This is a knockout damage token. And it doesn't say that on the card. I'm going to remove my little tokens here so I can hold this up. It actually says that's a knockout. And that is a knockout. So I guess this just gives you more of a chance of success when you're rolling the dice. So strangely, the hand-to-hand attack does not make noise. But let's go with the roll for the attack. And we got a 6, a 4, and a 3. That's all successes. So we replace this guard with a knockout token. And it's going to go on this side with 2 stars here at first. And then I guess my question is about these tokens. I know that you're supposed to use those as snake. These are other special abilities, like you can modify your die roll and go +2, or modify a die roll and make it -2, get an extra movement, or roll 1 noise die less, I guess. And this is re-roll a die. I think, and I also don't know if there's a limit to the number of tokens that I can play, so I'm still learning. Well, it says in the rule book, found it in tiny print that you can use any number of tokens on your turn at no cost. You just have to spend a focus action on your turn to recover these tokens. They'll switch over to an inactive side. So I guess the question is, in this beginner tutorial mission, do you have your tokens? Why don't we just say yes? Because we're already in the elevator. I don't think it's going to make such a big deal. But let's just see what they could do. I kind of have a choice here to move one space for free or reduce a die by a die roll by one dice or one die. Why don't we play this one? We'll turn it over to its inactive side. We'll have to spend a token to refresh this on another turn. And what we'll do is, instead of rolling our noise die, which we were supposed to for our dash, we're going to skip that because we used a token. So Snake is being extra sneaky and just quietly slithered around the corner and jumped at the guy and chopped him in the neck and did the old Star Trek knockout. So that will be the end of Snake's turn. He doesn't have to roll a noise die. So let's go to the guards. Again, if you're close, you capture their attention. Cameras wouldn't change. Alert. Patrolling 3 with left turns. I feel like this guy's never going to get out of here. All right, 1, 2, shortest path 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's at the door. And which way? He can go to the right or the left. It says left turn. So he must be in there eating a donut or something. I don't know. 1 turn, 2, 3. Which way does he go? He goes left. So he's going to face that direction. He's probably wondering where this guy is. All right, so we're going to refresh again. Just to experiment, why don't we spend an action and take what's called the focus action, and we can refresh a token based on its cost, and that costs 1. So we get this back. That leaves us with 3 tokens left for this turn, and we're going to choose Sneak again to go right here to the elevator button, and then we'll pay 1 on Interact. We don't have to roll the dice because we're not attempting to pick a lock or anything, and it just activates the elevator, and Snake is on his way to the next stage. So I think this is a victory. Well, as we're heading into stage 2, this one is at the heliport, and there's a guard count of 5. But I was looking in the book. I don't think that 5 guards start on the board. I think it's 4. So if they get that radio signal, I guess some more guards will come in, even though no one's been knocked out, maybe? I think they just... Another one patrolling enters the area, something like that. So I believe this is how this is going to be set up. I do remember this from the video game. This is where it's kind of snowy and icy outside, and Snake is down here at the bottom of the map looking up at this facility with his binoculars or something, trying to check out where all the guards are. So let me hit the book and see where to place everybody. So one thing we need to do is get to an exit, and there are 2 exits in this game, kind of strangely very close together. They're going to be up here at the top of the map. I guess it's called a zone in this game. Another thing we're going to have to deal with are cameras. We haven't had to deal with these before. There appears to be about 3 here on the board. Yeah, double checked. There are 4 guards starting their patrols on this map, and then we have an A and a B objectives. So before we can get to the exit, we absolutely have to get this for the mission to be a success. And it's tucked back in here, whatever that may be. B is an optional objective. I guess it's just going to be more helpful if we can get whatever it is. And it is over here. But the way line of sight works, I don't think I can get to that without being spotted by this camera. I think that will absolutely see me no matter what I do, because there's just nothing blocking line of sight. The other cameras have these red markers. You can see it on this map here. This is actually helpful. You can see that anything that's kind of not grayed out, but redded out is blocking line of sight, and the other cameras have some angles that are blocked. This one is totally clear. So if the camera's looking this way, it can see all these spaces, and if the camera's looking down, it can see all these spaces down here. That's I don't think I'm going to go for that. So we need to add 3 more order cards. Give us a little more time on this map. I'll shuffle these in, and then I think we can get started. Snake's going to be down here at the bottom of the map. All right, we've got our guard. What is it? Priority token showing which guards move first. This is our alert token. We haven't needed it yet, but I have a feeling that's going to be coming into play. We'll put Snake down here, just a little bit off camera. I'll be happy to describe what we've got going on down there. Let me click down just a little bit so you can see the starting position. Snake, I think, is right here. So he's crawled up and or come out of the elevator. Yep, we got him in the right place. And I think we're ready to begin. No. I've got to set this. Green and orange. Which way are the cameras facing? It looks like it starts on green. So we'll put this up here above the guards. So green cameras are active. Just one final note. On this board, we have this orange line circling the map. I've come to understand that that means a zone. And so it was a little confusing. I kept reading about guards patrolling their zone. And then it said the first board was only one zone. So then I was like, is each board a zone? And then that is not the case. This orange border indicates what a zone is. You can see here that not only do these areas block line of sight, but this helipad has a fence or something around it. It is also blocking line of sight. So there are some pretty good places to tuck in and hide. So as we begin our first turn, we've got 13 blue cards now. So just a little bit more time than on the last board. Let's just try to get up there and get the A objective and get to the exit. I think this is going to be challenging enough. But the question is which way to go. In the video game, I went up on this side, just because guards seem to be more active over here. And there was only one guard kind of patrolling around these things, and I was able to avoid him pretty easily. So kind of the same situation. If I take you up about one click here, kind of 3 guards over here and just a lone one over here. I wonder, even in the board game, if that's the right thing to do. I'm going to be giving this up. So is it better to get up here and cross over? and then go for the exit. Why don't we try something like that? See if that's the thing to do. But how fast do we want to go? If we make some noise, it'll draw them down this way, and maybe that won't be such a bad thing. So why don't we do a little dashing? 1 token to dash 2 spaces. Another token to dash 2 spaces. And then do we cut across the helipad, or do we stay? Probably the wise thing would be to stay behind this wall here. So let's do another 2, and we dash all the way up to here. So we're still tucked a little bit around a corner. But that was 4 movements that made noise. So I'm going to have to roll 4 dice, and there are no alerts. So maybe we're just too far away, and they didn't hear us. Let's see what the guards do. If we're close, we would have to, maybe they hear us breathing or whatever. No change on the cameras, so still on the green. And guards patrol 3 spaces, left turns. Everybody's making left turns. So we've really got to reach and get up here to the top of the map. Probably not going to be so exciting. So let me just move everybody and we'll get ready for the next round. All right, that is where everybody ended up. Nothing really so exciting. This guy had a choice to make, and of course he went left as the card described. But that's about it. That was really the only option where he could have gone left or right. So we will refresh. We still haven't been heard or seen. And we might be able to scoot up this side while that guy is behind there. I wonder if we should risk a set of dashing movements again. The thing is, though, let's say you dash here and then you sneak the rest of the way. If the roll comes up with an alert, that marker of making noise is still with you. So it doesn't happen at the point of the dash. It actually comes with you where you stopped. And that makes it a bit hard. That token is sticky to you. So it's going to follow you around, including line of sight. If a guard sees you and you like run past them between a very narrow line of sight, and you run from this cover in line of sight and then get into cover over there, that token still goes with you over there. So it's going to follow you. Let's wait a minute. I was about to go dashing in here, but guess what? Cameras are on green. And way up there is a camera. I don't think I can dash through there while that camera is looking this way. It's going to see me, because I haven't read anything about line of sight limitations, like how many spaces. In the video game, it absolutely had them. They would probably see 3 at the most, maybe 5 spaces. So you could run around down here and they weren't going to see you. You were out of their range of sight. But in this game, I don't think there is a limitation. Wow, with those line of sight rules, this game is difficult. Because this camera can see all the way down here, and this guy can see all the way down here. Definitely more challenging than the video game. So what should we do? Are we stuck here? Do we just burn a turn sitting still? Or do we try to draw this guard down here? But if I do that, I still can't move into this column because of the camera. Well, we haven't tried the knock action. Let me see if this guy actually is the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this guy down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, this guy over here is definitely the closest to my position. And I don't think this guy would be any closer. So if we knocked, it would draw the attention of this guy. But if I knock, I have to kind of stay here. Unless I run up and cross the helipad. That's the thing, though. If I knock here and put my token, you know, this guy's like, what's that? And I put that here. And then I dash back around the cover line. If I roll a noise marker, that's going to follow me wherever I went and kind of foil the whole purpose. So knocking and sneaking, it seems to be, would be the best thing. But I still can't cross this column because of the camera. I feel kind of stuck, so I'm not going to spend any actions this turn. I'm just going to sit tight and hope that the cameras are going to scan in another direction. I guess you can do that, can you? Can you just hold tight? I didn't see anything clarifying that question, but I'm going to assume, since the guard order cards have a timer built in, that choosing to pass your turn should be fine. So I'm just going to assume that. Let me know if you know different. So we're going to jump to the guards. Cameras switch. So we take this token and we switch it over. Everybody's looking in the orange direction now. So that means we've got a clear path down here. Patrolling, wow, 5 spaces, and again, left turns. Let's move the guards. All right, the guards marched around, and the only one that got kind of dangerously close is this guy. This area is open now. I can sneak across, but this guy has this one kind of locked down. I should be able to sneak up on his flank here and possibly catch him. All right, so we're starting the next turn. Snake gets to take some actions finally. Could I get to him and attack? Attack. But I'd have to do a single roll. I don't have enough for a combo attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 dashes, and then 1 for a hand-to-hand attack. Hand-to-hand attack is just rolling 1 white die, but you still knock them out if you get a success. Well, shall we go for it? We've got some little buffer zone to run away if we need to. So we're dashing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 on the dash. So that's going to be 3 noise rolls. 1 on the hand-to-hand. So here we go. 1 white die. Trying to get a 3 or higher, and we got a 6. So we knocked this guy out, and we put a knockout token with the 2 stars in his place. And now we have to roll the noise dice, and we have 3 of them. Let's use this token again. We'll flip it over, and we're going to roll 1 less die. So instead of 3, let's roll 2. Try to reduce our chances of making noise, and it was successful. So We did it quietly and took out the guard, buying us a little time to continue to sneak up the side. All right, so cameras may be shifting. Oops. Knocked out guards start to revive. So he goes to 1 star. And if we get another one of these cards, he's going to wake up. Cameras go back. So back to green. That means he's locking down this whole path again. Now I'm wondering if it would have been better to go this way. Patrolling. They're only going to check this out if it's in their line of sight. So this is the first priority. This is next. This attracts the nearest guard. And this one is not in anybody's line of sight. So although this guy is looking this way, blocking terrain, and although the camera is looking this way, again, blocking terrain, so they can't see his unconscious body. Now, I could possibly drag him down here if I wanted to do that on my next turn. Anyway, let's patrol. We got a right turn, 4 steps and a right turn. I'll let you see this one, huh? 1 turn, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to look down the steps there. These guys are on the same line, but we're going to start with this one. 1, 2, turn, 3, 4 steps. He's going to go there. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. He's going to make a right turn. Oh no. He makes a right turn. And he sees us. I've got to put the alert. And I think he sees and shoots. I didn't think I'd be spotted over here. Well, that's what you get with a right turn. He spotted me. Alert is on. And when they spot you, they end their movement and shoot, from what I've read. So when he shoots, he rolls 2 black dice. My defense is 3. So 3 or higher, and he hits me. And he got a 5. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that unless I spend this, which is to re-roll a die. And I believe I can make anybody re-roll a die, including myself. So why don't we spin this? We're going to make him re-roll that 5. It becomes a 3. And then I'll spend this token to drop that down to a 1. So the shot missed. I spent 2 tokens to do that, though. The shot's missed. And I think that ends it for the guards. Thankfully, that was the last guard to move. We're burning through the tokens. Starting the new turn, cameras are on green. This row is totally locked down due to the camera way up there, which is crazy. Crazy hard. So I'm going to choose to sneak. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And just maybe I can get 1 token back. 1, 2, 3. And I'll stop here and I'll focus for a second. So 3 sneaking tokens and 1 focus. I can get 1 of these back. Why don't we get this one back that can modify the result of a die? So regaining our composure here after being shot at this remains here, I believe. No, we were in line of sight. Doesn't that follow me? It may follow me to where I go. But then when I leave it here and I'm unseen, I think it doesn't come with me. I think that's how it works. Okay, let's see what the guards do. I think I'm doing that right. This guy's waking up. Uh-oh. I can have him facing in any direction. He's going to be facing this guy and it's going to be like, "What are you shooting at? You almost hit me." Cameras are no change. They're going to stay on green. Everybody's in alert now. So everybody's going to come running to this. Even this guy all the way up here. So let's just start moving everybody and I'll turn it back on once we get down here. All right, I moved the guards around. We're at this guy that just woke up. So yeah, he's turning around and he's coming 1, 2, 3 turns and sees me. The alert stays in effect and he's going to take his shot. His movement stops when he sees me. Yep, he's shooting. And that's 2 successes. I don't know if I can stop that. I can reduce one of them down. So I can make that 4 a 2. So instead of taking 2 damage, I'll just take 1. So I think I get my first hit point of damage. I have 4 health. So Snake gets hit. 4 hit points and I'm dead. Let's refresh and start the next turn. I'm already in line of sight and, you know, cameras looking down here. I think I'm going to be busted no matter what. I can try to knock him out again. So players don't have the same facing rules as guards do. So we're kind of considered to be facing in all directions. Let's hit this guy with, we do have a +2 sitting over here. Let's hit this guy with a hand-to-hand attack. So we'll spend 1 token on hand-to-hand knockout. So we're going for the old judo chop. And we're rolling one die. Got a 4. No need to modify it. That knocks him out. He gets knocked out again. Okay. Now we can do something. We're going to move 1. Spend 1 for the sneak. Or should I just run across here? Try to get away from this. What I'm hoping to do is leave the alert here, and maybe if the camera moves, maybe I can sneak across and get back into some cover. All right, so that's 2 tokens. I've got 2 tokens left. I'm going to focus up and spend 2 tokens for focus and regain this reroll the die. And that is it. I am out of line of sight. Alert markers here, and the alert is still in progress. So let's go to the guards. If there are 3 killed guards, then we whittle down the guard deck. Cameras do shift, so we're going back to orange, which is better for me right now. And 4 movement for all guards under alert, which is all of them. I think I made a mistake with this guy up here. The camera made me think that was blocked off and that those stairs were going down into the building, but that's actually steps down to this level. I didn't realize that. So that's bad. I put him down there because that's probably where he should be. The bad thing is he now has this whole column shut down. I'm going to run into line of sight. So it's like a permanent camera there. So finally we're to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's as far as he goes. So he's not yet on this token. I think when he gets on this token, we draw a guard reaction card and it does something. But I think that is it. So I needed to look it up in the rule book. Can you have multiple tokens stacked on the same space? And evidently you can. So I'm going to spend a token for dash and move 2 spaces right on top of this unconscious guy. Then I'm going to spend 2 tokens on the combo attack. We want to make sure we knock this guy out. So 2 white and a black, trying to get a 3 or higher. I don't think this does anything during an attack. So we knock this guy out as well. So let's drop down the old knocked out token. But we were in line of sight, so this goes here as well. All right, so now what? We can't rush across this line because of the guard and his line of sight. I just have 1 token left, so I'm going to go with a dash. 1, 2. So that means I need to make 2 noise rolls. Not that it really matters. So the token doesn't follow me, it stays there. And now everybody's on their way. Cameras flip, so we're back to green. This really doesn't matter at this point. This has been a disaster. And guards are coming at 4 steps apiece. And there's 2 guards, active guards on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no diagonal movement in this game. So now he's got this whole area locked down for line of sight. They're closing in. Boy, I wish I had a weapon. All right, change of plan. Snake sees around the corner, sees this guy coming. We're going to reverse direction. Put 2 into dash. We're going to just stomp all over these unconscious guys. We're going to put another 2 into stomp. Not stomp, but dash, sorry. And I'm gonna run across his line of sight. So there's the alert tokens coming with me. And then we're gonna dash 2 more. So it follows us to the end because we crossed line of sight. So I think that sticks with us until we end our movement. All right, next guard card. Oh no, they're doing a radio. This could be bad. 2 guards are down. This potentially might bring in 3 more guards. Let me double check the rules on this. Yep, if the number of guards is less than the guard count, on this map it's 5. Spawn guards in the barracks 1 at a time up to the guard count. Oh, I gotta get into the box. Up here, we're spawning 1, 2, and 3. That's gonna bring, with these 2, the total count to 5 because these 2 over here knocked out don't count against the limit. So when they wake up, I think that's going to be 7 guards on the board. All right, no change on the cameras. I really don't care at this point. And they're running at a speed of 5, shortest distance to me. All right, so those guards at the top were easy. They're kind of up on this balcony area and coming this way. This one, he's going to be down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this guy was, I counted the spaces. I think it was equally the same if he went this way or if he went this way to my space. That's kind of lucky there. So I think he's going to go this way. 1, 2, turn, leapfrog, 3, 4, turn, and then he's going to shoot because he has a movement of 5. When you leapfrog, you skip over whomever's in your path and you come out on the other side, and it still, I think, only counts as 1 movement because they can't stop in the same space. And the order activation, guard priority, this guy needed to move first. That did not work out in my favor. So 2 black dice shooting at me. Got a success there. Well, I certainly don't want to boost his attack. I think I'm going to take the hit. It's 1 hit. So I'm halfway down. 2 hit points of damage out of 4. And that should end the turn. Right. I'm going to refresh, start a new round. I think I just have to run. Now this bee over here is looking very tempting because I don't care about alerts anymore. Let's see where we could go. 1, 2. I could try to run back here and hide. See if I could ditch my alert token. But he's got this whole line locked down with his line of sight. So that's going to follow me. What a rough game. I wonder if I would consider with guards being a bit more like the video game with guards and cameras, maybe limiting the distance that they can see, because that is really far. They can see all the way across multiple boards. Let's see now. Let me do some counting. I believe this will follow us because we're in line of sight. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, get myself up here, I believe this does come with me as they saw which direction I was going. So I have to get somewhere where I break line of sight and then move away, and that token will stay. That's how I'm understanding it. Guards start to wake up. These guys are shaking it off. Cameras switch. We're to the orange now. And, whoa, 6. Wow. 6 movement. And since I dashed, put everything into dash, I don't need to make any noise checks. They know exactly where I'm going. So as you can see up here where the guards came in, there's no way for them to go except all the way across and down the steps. So they're running across the upper level there and about to come charging down the steps towards the alert. These guys, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's coming my way and doesn't have line of sight yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're right on my tail. But according to the line of sight rules, we're supposed to draw a box around the two figures. He is facing in my direction, but we've got a wall here, and that's enough to give me some cover from his line of sight. So it is currently broken. All right, had to step away to bring in some laundry. The sun is blazing, but oddly there was a sprinkle of rain. Okay, so where were we? I think we were ready to refresh. The guards just moved. And we're not in line of sight. So now do we want to rush in and grab whatever this B is? That might be a mistake. This is our chance to get away from being spotted. So that would probably be really foolish to do. Let's see. That's as far as we could get with sneaking. So I may need to dash a bit here. Wouldn't it be great if I could focus and get this back? If I did that, I could still move about 5 spaces, couldn't I? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could get up there and possibly regain this token with a focus. So how many dashes would that be? All right, we're gonna focus for a second and get this token back. I'm gonna use it here in a moment. I think we're gonna spend 1 token to dash a couple of spaces. Then we're going to sneak for 2 more. And then I'm going to use that token to get 1 extra movement to put me up here, breaking line of sight once they enter this room, I hope. Now, we did dash once. We're supposed to roll 1 of these dice, but since I'm hopefully got some blocking terrain between me and the guards, hopefully it won't matter. And it didn't attract anything extra. So let's see if we're getting away. All right, guards. Whoa. That count is 5. We're okay. No change on the camera. Staying orange, which up here, shining down this way, is bad for us. We need to get in there. And, ooh, they're quick this turn. They picked up the pace and are heading to 6 spaces each. Those guys rounded the corner, coming down the steps just in front of the security camera there. This guy would be next. 1, 2, 3, and we draw a reaction card. This is our first one of these, and he steps on the alert. If the player is in the same zone, flip the alert to its other side and place it under their figure. Otherwise, remove it. Well, if we're in the same zone, the whole zone is the board. So that's going to go there like that. That was okay, I guess. So I guess he ran up and he thinks I'm that way. So does his movement stop? Maybe so. I just confirmed his movement ends. So now he becomes not alert, but investigation, and will be heading 5 spaces toward, well, he's not the closest guard anymore. So I believe this flipped us into investigation mode, but I think that only applies to the nearest guard. It says the active guard is not in alert and is the nearest or tied for the nearest guard for investigate. So if not, he goes back to patrol mode, and that's good news. And all those guys up there are going to go back to patrol mode. So he's going to patrol 5 spaces, making right turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he'll just stop there. All right, so the situation has improved a bit, and we'll end the turn there. Well, I was nearly thinking the game was over, but we might still have a chance. Let's maybe shift into sneak mode. Cameras are on orange, so that's bad news for blocking here. But we could sneak up to that space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're remaining out of the line of sight. This token does not follow us right now because we haven't made any more noise. So that would be 4 sneak. 4 tokens on sneak. And that will end our turn. Let's see what the guards do. 5 guards on the board. Cameras shift to green. And investigation, they don't go first. I think you still go in the correct order, or it's probably easy to get confused. Wonder what I did before. I think we're still following this, but instead of patrolling, they will investigate. So this is well, who's closest now? I guess closest to this token, so it's going to be this guy. All right, let's take this with the guards one at a time. All right, there's all 5 guards. They've made their movements, made any right turns that were necessary. Cameras on green. No line of sight. So not too bad, not too bad. I'm going to refresh our character board, and we could try to sneak across since the cameras are on green, currently on the green side. So it's not looking this way. Well, let's think about this. All right, a bit reckless here, but I think I'm going to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 tokens. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's sneak into the last space and pick up A. So whatever this is, we now have it. But that's 3 noise rolls we need to make. So, no, we got lucky. They didn't hear it. All right, let's see what these guys do. I was for sure he was going to come hunting me down. All right, these guys get up. That's going to give us more guards on the board. So each of these guys wake up. We're just going to have them looking that way. They're going to fix that in a second. But they wake up. Cameras switch. Uh-oh. Going back to orange now, which is bad for us. That locks down our way to the exit. All right, what else? Patrolling 3 spaces and left turns. 1 left turn. So if he has a choice, and right here he can choose left or right, he's going to choose left. So he'll go this way, 2, 3, and then he'll go this way. 1, 2, left turn, 3, 1, 2, 3, and left turn. So they're all wandering around out there. I'm sure my arm was blocking all that, sorry. Let's go to this guy. 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to get a reaction here, and then these guys get to go. 1, 2, and we draw a guard reaction card. It just says remove. So our noise marker is just going to get removed from the board. His facing, does his facing change? Maybe so. Maybe he would turn to his left. So he's not going to be staring at the wall. All right, these guys get to go now. If they don't know which way to go, they're going to go left. 1, 2, 3. Left, 1, 2, 3, and here. So they're kind of splitting up, or about to. All right, so looking at my path, I might be able to get out of here, go up here, and then get to this exit. That seems like it would be the best course of action. All right, I think I'm going to slow it down a little bit. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stay in cover. It's 3 sneak. And why don't we do a focus? Let's try to get one of these tokens back. Maybe I'll go with this one. I kind of like this one. 1 less noise die, or 1 extra movement. Let's give ourselves that one back. And that's going to be it for snake. Radio, oh yeah, there's got like 7 guys on the board now. So no problems there. Cameras switch, that is good news for us. I was hoping that would happen. And they're slowing down. 2 steps and left turns. So let's see what happens here. We're going to be doing some leapfrogging up here at the top. This guy's going to patrol in this direction. So I think he leaps. Boom, that is 1 movement. 2 movement, and he takes a left turn. Whew, that's lucky. Then this guy goes 2 in that direction, and this guy goes 1, 2 in this direction. And then we go down here, 1, 2. Then we go to this guy, 1, 2. This guy goes up, 1, 2, and makes a left turn. 1, 2, and stops. Cameras are on green. I think I'll just put this here. All right. You want to go nuts? Let's get nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That could be a full round of dashing. We're going to do that. We're going to dash all the way up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 4 tokens on dash. 4 for the noise roll. And we got an alert. It's fortunately it's just this one though. But that does go in our space and attract the nearest guard. He heard our footsteps. And I think that would make sense. It would be this guy. Yeah, it's going to be that guy we ran right behind, and that would make sense. Let's see what happens. Ooh, this is the last blue card. Next card would be red. So no kills. Cameras switch. They're going orange. But that camera doesn't see me because, or does, I don't think it does. I don't think it does by the line of sight rules. This is what you're supposed to do. Let's say cameras here. When you draw a box around the figure that is looking and your character, and you make this box, if there's any blocking terrain anywhere in that box, it will interfere with line of sight. So when there's nothing in there, then you're spotted. So if we look up here where, sorry about that. If we look up here where Snake is standing, he is right here. And if we drew a little box, that is in the way. That is blocking line of sight. So Snake is hidden from the cameras. So we can continue with patrols. 4 steps and left turns. All right, so we moved everybody around, but this guy I left. He was technically the closest guard, so he would have triggered. So he will investigate. 1, 2, 3, 4, wasn't it? Yeah. So he's looking for me, but doesn't see me yet. Well, I think this is going to be for the win. 1, 2, and 3. And we made it to the exit, sneaking out of stage 2. And I think that is a victory. We've got 2 damage on us, and we've got package A, whatever that was. B, we just decided to leave that one behind, and that was an optional one. 7 guards on the board. I think by the book that was a success. Anyway, let me know what you think. Not really a fighting game like our Gears of War and Doom and other games I have like that, but it's been sneaking around so far. I think some of the other missions might have battle involved, so we'll check those out at a different time. Let me know if you spotted anything weird or have any questions. I'm just trying to learn the game, and I had a good time. It got quite tense there. The only thing that seems a bit wild to me is just the extreme long range of line of sight. But some games do that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you later.